So WISE is an acronym for Work Integration Social Enterprise. So this is a type of social enterprise, very well known, emblematic, present in every country in the States, in Europe, with very old roots. And what you need to know to understand what's WISE is that the main mission is to integrate low qualified people, long-term employed people, which are excluded from the labor market, into the labor market and into the society in general through a productive activity. So the productive activity, being on the market, is very important to fulfill the social mission of a work integration social enterprise. So it's very important to understand that being on the market, the fact to develop a productive activity is very important to fulfill the social mission. It's a way to integrate back these people into the labor market. So some of these WISE have in fact a double social mission. At the meantime, they do develop jobs for very vulnerable people, but also the type of economic activity could be part of the social mission. If a WISE decide to be active in the recycling industry, it could be that to protect the environment is part of the social mission. So they have a kind of double social mission. That's very important to understand. So being on the market is part of the identity of social enterprise. It's their DNA to develop a productive activity. If you try to understand the type of integration these social enterprises are developing, in fact, it's important to see that different types. One type, and maybe that's the most common, is that they offer a kind of transitional jobs or internship. So you need to understand in that case that this WISE is a kind of stepping stone to the first labor market. People stay a few months in the work integration social enterprise and after have to find another job in a normal enterprise. But in other types of social enterprise, they can offer long-term labor contracts because some of these people are very vulnerable. So they could receive public support for a long-term perspective, and it's a kind of shelter employment. And in other case, they could develop also permanent jobs, but without any support from local or national public bodies. It's the case, for example, of local cooperative, which develop jobs at a local level without any type of public support. And finally, there's a last type of integration, these WISE, which offer not a job contract as such, but semi-informal jobs, a kind of socialization through productive activity, even they do not give a formal labor contract because these people are very vulnerable. So yes, there is a shift indeed of the type of economic model of work integration social enterprise. But before going to this shift, try to understand which kind of shift we can observe, it's important to understand the roots of this work integration social enterprise. In fact, it's in the 70s, 80s of the last century, where social actors were facing the limits of traditional public policy. A lot of people excluded from the labor market, but these people didn't want to follow traditional training. Their wish was to have a job. So the idea was, let's do training. Yes, that's important, but these people want a job and want a wage. And so that's the main idea of this work integration social enterprise, is indeed to offer training, qualification, but through a productive activity, giving a job and a wage to these people. When we speak about social enterprise, usually we say that they do be on economic risk. They are enterprise. And this is the case. But if you look at the type of economic model, you see that this type of enterprise do mix resources coming from the market, from the productive activity, from the state, as they receive public support to support their goal of integration, and also resources coming from reciprocity, which is a mix between donation and mobilization of volunteer work. So in average, we see that 50% is coming from the market, 40% from public support, national level, local level, and more or less 10% from reciprocity. However, and that's very important to understand, according to the type, the profile of the people you are integrating in your WISE, the type of economic model will be very different. Some of them are almost self-sufficient, and others receive more than 80% from the states. So that's very important. To understand the economic model, you need to match the economic model according to the social mission. So now, let's move to this shift, and I think we can speak about a shift, a marketization shift, which is mainly due to two main factors. In fact, it's the kind of public support that these WISE are receiving from local and national public bodies. It's not the level is almost the same, but the type of support is quite different, and we could qualify this shift from a grant to contracts. So the states now still support these work integration social enterprise, but now they buy contracts, they buy services, they buy integration services. It could be training, it could be coaching, but they are buying these services as standardized costs. And the second main evolution is not only that we are moving from grant to contracts, but this is an open competition. And for-profit organizations, for-profit firms can also develop this type of services. So the state buys this type of integration services either from social enterprise or from for-profit enterprise. And of course, this shift has deep impact on the economic model of WISEs. The first important impact is the place of competition. Competition now is present in two markets. On the side of the productive activity, but that's not new. When social enterprise is active in the recycling industry, they are in competition with for-profit. But what's new is the competition on the other side, the side of the social mission. Now they have to buy contracts from the state in competition with for-profit organizations. So competition are on both sides. There are two markets, and that's new. Second type of impact, which was, of course is connected, is the shift on the kind of economic model. If you look at the share of market resource, of course it's increasing. As you see this transformation from grant to contracts, obviously this has an impact of the part of market resources, which is much more higher than it used to be. A third impact is the question of the way social mission is implemented into the work integration social enterprise. Of course, the main goal of this organization is to give a job and a salary to the beneficiaries. But if you look at the roots of this work integration social enterprise, you see that the way the social mission was understood was not only to give a job, it was to give a place, an identity into the enterprise. So to fulfill that social mission, it was important to develop economic democracy, participation of beneficiaries in the enterprise. But nowadays, with these very short contracts, which are sold at very standardized costs, there's no more space for such kind of activities. And so the space for social innovation is not so important as it used to be. And the last impact, which also is connected, is a type of integration. I was explaining that looking at the landscape of work integration social enterprise, it was possible to see different types of integration, to stay a few months or to stay in a long-term perspective in the WISE. Nowadays, the message of public body is you have to stay only a few months and then you need to go back to the normal labor market. The problem of that, for some people it makes sense and they do find a job when they go out of the social enterprise, the work integration social enterprise, but others not. They won't find a job and are going back to exclusion.